Ever tried to explain exactly what you're doing right this very second, and suddenly your verbs just get all tangled up? Yeah, it happens. Welcome to this explainer, where we're going to dive straight into the present continuous tense. We're going to decode exactly how to talk about actions happening right now, in the moment. So if you've ever felt stuck trying to describe the present, you're in the exact right place. By the time we wrap up today, you'll be speaking with absolute confidence.
Here's our quick roadmap for today. We're going to look at what this tense actually is, break down its basic grammatical structure, look at positive and negative forms, figure out how to ask questions, and then, my favorite part, tackle some tricky exceptions that even advanced speakers mess up.
All right, Section 1. Let's start with the most foundational question. What exactly is the present continuous tense? Let's figure out what we mean when we talk about the now.
The crucial thing to remember here is that this tense is your ultimate go-to tool for actions unfolding right in front of you. Think of it like a live broadcast. It's not about what you did yesterday, and it's not about some general everyday habit. It's completely focused on your present reality, an action that is going on at the exact, precise moment you are speaking.
And there are definitely clues to watch out for. If you text a friend, "Hey, I am currently waiting in the rain," that word currently is a flashing neon sign that you're in present continuous territory. Words like now, today, at present, or right now, these act as giant indicators telling you, hey, use this specific grammatical formula.
Moving to Section 2. Now that we know what it is, let's actually build that grammatical formula. Pay close attention to how strictly these helping verbs pair up with their subjects. This is literally the bedrock of your sentence, and you cannot mix and match them. First person, I, always, and I mean always, takes am. Singular subjects like he, she, or it take is, and your plural subjects, we, they, or you, take are. Lock this pairing into your memory right now because it honestly makes the rest of this a total breeze.
Okay, here's the secret sauce. 4 simple steps for a flawless sentence every single time. 1. Start with your subject. 2. Pick your correct helping verb, am, is, or are. 3. Grab your action verb and turn it into a present participle. Don't let that fancy grammar term scare you. It literally just means adding an ing to the end of the word. You know, like coming, going, running. And finally, step 4, drop in your object. Let's actually see this in action.
Let's test our new formula. I am playing cricket now. Look at how perfectly that fits. I is our subject. Because it's I, am is our helping verb. Playing is our present participle, just the verb play with that ing stuck on it. And cricket is the object. We even have the clue word now at the very end. It's honestly like a math equation coming together perfectly.
Now, while we mostly use this for the absolute literal present, it's pretty cool that you can use this exact same structure for temporary actions or even things you've planned for the near future. Like, if you say, she is studying now, it might mean she's literally hitting the books at this exact second, or it could just mean she's currently enrolled as a student for the time being. The structure doesn't change one bit.
On to Section 3. Let's look at how to build affirmative or positive sentences, and then how to flip them into negatives. Here are 3 perfect affirmative examples showing how our formula adapts. I am eating a banana. They are playing football. Notice how they pairs up with are. And she is drawing a picture. She is singular, so it gets is. Every single one ends in ing, and they all follow our golden 4-step rule. But what if we want to say these things aren't happening? Turning these positive actions into negative ones is remarkably simple. You don't change the verb. You don't touch the subject. Literally, all you have to do is find that helping verb, the am, is, or are, and drop the word not right after it. Let's look at a side-by-side comparison.
Check this out. Inserting that one single word totally flips the meaning, with 0 other structural changes. On the left, our affirmative, I am eating a banana. On the right, our negative, I am not eating a banana. It really is that straightforward.
And it works exactly the same with a singular subject like she. Left side, she is drawing a picture. Make it negative, just find the is and pop a not right after it. She is not drawing a picture. Boom. Once you spot that helping verb, you hold the key to making any sentence in this tense negative.
All right, Section 4. We know how to state facts, but how do we ask interrogative sentences or questions using this tense?
The secret trick here is a simple swap. You just pull the helping verb out from the middle and drag it all the way to the very front of the sentence. You are eating instantly becomes are you eating? Just swapping those 2 words turns a statement into a question. Super easy, right? And once you have that basic question structure locked in, are you eating? You can attach question words, those classic WH words, right to the beginning for more specific details. What are you eating? Where are you eating? Why are you eating a banana? Notice how the core, are you eating, stays completely intact. You're just stacking the WH word in front of it like a building block.
Taking it just one step further, you can ask negative questions too. Remember how we added not to our statements earlier? Well, you can pair the front helping verb with not as well. So instead of are you eating, it becomes aren't you eating a banana? It's a fantastic way to confirm something you suspect isn't actually happening.
Okay, Section 5. This is the juicy stuff. The insider secrets and important exceptions where using this tense is actually completely wrong.
Here's the deal. Verbs that describe your deep emotions or feelings, words like, love, hate, want, or fear, cannot take that ing form. Which means, yep, McDonald's famous I'm lovin' it slogan, it's a total grammar violation. Because emotions are considered states of being rather than active, step-by-step physical actions, standard English grammar just rejects putting them in the continuous form.
For example, say you're listening to a symphony right now and you are thoroughly enjoying it in the present moment. You still shouldn't say, I am loving classical music. It just sounds off to a native speaker's ear. Instead, you drop the present continuous completely and default to the simple present. I love classical music. That's the correct way to express an emotional state, even if it's happening right this very second.
The exact same rule applies to verbs relating to your mental state or thoughts. Think of words like knowing, believing, or understanding. These are cognitive states. You basically either know something or you don't. Because they aren't physical actions unfolding over time, they also reject that continuous ing form. If a student has the answer in her head right now, it is totally incorrect to say, she is knowing the answer. The flawless way to say it is simply, she knows the answer. The golden rule here, whenever you deal with feelings or thoughts, just leave the ing at the door.
To wrap up this explainer, let's actually apply what we've learned. Look at the phrase, they are playing cricket. I want you to mentally convert that into a negative statement and then into a question. Got it? If you can swap the verbs and pop in that not, you have officially mastered the present continuous tense. But wait a second, what happens if they started playing an hour ago and they're still playing right now? Well, for that, you'd need the present perfect continuous tense. But that is a whole different mystery for our next explainer. Thanks so much for hanging out and learning with me today.